Hello. Right, just waiting for Twitch to get its act together. Give me a minute. Twitch has been a bit awkward, so PMR E-Series Red Bull Ring GT Sport. There we go. That's that. Update info. Share link. Right. I think we're good there. We'll just check. Yes, it has worked successfully for once. Right, let me get the link shared out. Now live for the Meganes. Paste that. Alright, that's that taken care of. Got no view. Evening, P Gib. Yeah, I said Gibbo for poll because your time to Hurricane was looking pretty tasty, mate. You're in the pit. Yeah, you're in the pits. 3.5 temps. That's good, mate. Hill Climb, Hurricane and Ruddo all within half a tenth of each other though. That's going to be interesting. JPH, evening mate. I know I've seen your little message thing pop up. I'm guessing you've sent me tables. Who's this Adam ID bloke? Who is he? Is it just a name change, is it? Be right back. Yeah, no idea. Purple set to 1, can't hook it up. Let's see how it goes. Just yeah, well, Red Bull Ring, innit? So I guess just making sure that you're in that battle, you're in the tow. One of Jano's mates is a fella. Ah, cool, fair enough. It seems to have some pace anyway. Right, so I'll just do the standard intro then, I guess. So this is the NxtGen Racing PMR E-Series, so the Power Max Racing E-Series, running the Renault Megane trophies, as you can see on your screen. We're here for Red Bull Ring tonight. Now, last season, this was probably one of the best races I've commentated on. It was an absolute stunner. It was Burnt Fry, Hurricane and Ruddo. Ruddo's in here somewhere. He's there. They were just battling the entire race. It was superb. So what you're in for tonight is a 10-minute quali session. We will then jump to a 20-minute race. Is the volume good, by the way? Just let me know. Oh, here's Wasteland. So yeah, nice short stream. We'll be live for about 40 minutes there or thereabouts, so it's not a very intense one. Yeah, we'll see what Red Bull Ring does usually produce a good race, you know. We do tend to get some good action here at the Red Bull Ring. All good, very much. Cheers, JPH. You'll be glad to know I have ordered fibre. I have placed an order today for fibre optic internet, so that should help. I am also looking at a PC. Yeah, cheers, man. Thank you. I'll go through them in quali, mate. It fills a bit of time in that 10-minute quali session. Yes, I'm looking at a PC, but I don't know. I don't know if I can justify it. But I know it's expensive. We'll see. We'll see. It would be better for streaming a PC. It would be much better for streaming, and you can just do more on it as well. I could get iRacing and start messing about on that. You know what I mean? It would just be better. Oh, I'm really tired tonight, by the way, so if I yawn, I apologise. Professional streamer and all that. But yeah, just really tired, guys. I'm just on it. I'm on earlys at work at the minute, so I'm up at like 5:30 in the morning. It's taking its toll on me. I'm not a morning person, so I'm just absorbing like 7 kilograms of Costa coffee by midday, and then you have a massive caffeine crash in the afternoon, and that's kind of what I'm dealing with right now. So I'm just sat here like sweating. Is this the MRC one? What? Well, Bobby's raced in these before, and I don't know how often he's raced in this. He rarely races in this series. He's Bobby, innit? He just comes and goes as he pleases. It'd be a good filler though. It'd be an alright filler. Has he got a liver? No, I can hop in for tonight if it's not too much trouble. Yeah. Say quack to Bob. It's our little greeting. Quick dude, Bobby. Yeah, he's alright. I've spanked him a few times. Talk to him about Bathurst in the Group 2s. Soon shuts him up. No, he's alright. He's a good lad, Bob. I do like him. Quack quack. Met one of the few people from Sim Race I met a couple of times in real life as well. Ridiculously tall in real life. I'm 6 foot and he towers over me. I'm a tall guy and he just is like Lurch. But yeah, he's a good racer, so I'm sure he'll fit in nicely. Right, while we're waiting for quali, we might as well give you some table action while quali's happening now. So while the outlap's happening in quali, I might as well give you some tables. Light damage. So we're doing manual quali. We're doing manual quali, JPH, and not the new style one. Oh, very interesting. What's triggered that? You normally love a bit of art glitches. Oh, cool. Yeah, good point. It's not exactly been reliable, has it, lately? So yeah, probably sensible. Okay, so let's go through some. I'm just going to ignore the chat for a minute while I get. This is another reason why PC would be good, because I can just have all this up. Leading the way, as expected in the championship, is Hirokram. He's got 68 points at the minute. Hill Climb Racer, though, not too far behind on 60 points. Then you've got Ruddo, who is holding P3 down. 58 points, so there's 10 points separating first to third at the minute, and then there's a 9-point gap back to Jano, who holds P4. P Gib just 1 point behind Jano. He holds P5 at the minute, 1 point ahead of Timmy. Timmy, who in practice has shown some good pace around the Red Bull Ring. Saxo, who's missed a few rounds actually, so Saxo could be a bit of a championship underdog. He's got 39 points in P7. D Whitehouse, who was promoted from League 2 last time out, so D Whitehouse is actually having a really good season so far. He's occupying P8, 34 points for D Whitehouse. JPH 99, also having a pretty solid season. JPH 32 points, P9 for JPH. He's ahead of Bruce Lee Harding, who has 29 points, and he takes the 10th spot. Burnfly, who's been racing, is a bit of a filler, not really been in that many rounds. He's got 26 points. Rally Matt, 26 points as well. He's in tonight. KB, who I've only seen once, so don't know if we'll see him that often. He's got 16 points. Jack Eats Donuts, 13 points. Mr. Always Late Waste, Mr. Timekeeping himself, 11 points, and then Les on 10 points to round it all off. Someone's glitching LG already. You can keep fourth. Never know, mate. Never know. Don't count yourself out, Ruddo for pole, I'm telling you. Alright, so fast laps should start pouring in. A good lap round here, probably in the 31s, is where I'd expect to see these cars. Certainly we'll see the Ruddos, the Huraclams, the Hill Climbs, the P-Gibbs sort of knocking in those sort of times. 31s, 32s very much order of the day in race trim as well, because don't forget these Meganes, we don't run tyre wear, we don't run fuel depletion, it is a pure spec series, so they go out in the same conditions in the race as they do in qualifying. So let's see what Ruddo gets us off the Mark II. Ruddo's going to set a 32.3. Huraclam's going to beat that straight away with 31.3. Hill Climb race 35. Oh, that's not, yeah, 35.0 for Hill Climb. It's not a good lap at all. Huraclam actually hasn't set 31.3, but that what must have been an outlap, or he must have had a penalty or something, because it isn't counting. D Whitehouse 32.7 for D Whitehouse, so a good first lap for the amateur car driver. Wace 33.7 for Wace. Is he in the right car? Oh yeah, he's changed his look. Adam ID, who is a filler tonight, so he's just jumping in to boost the numbers. 33.5 for Adam. Hill Climb hasn't yet set a representative lap. 35.0 for him. Neither's Huraclam. JPH 39.4, so not a representative lap time for him either. Jaino has stuck it on provisional pole with a 31.7. I know the guys can go quicker than that. Bruce Lee Harding with a 31.8. That's a great time for the Dread driver. Super fast Bobby, aka Bob Bristow, 31.8 for him. So he's of course done absolutely no practice, nothing like that, and he is at the minute setting purple sectors and looking like he might go very fast. P-Gib, 32.0 for P-Gib, good enough for P4, just missing out on those 31s. He's about to set a lap. He's just beaten to that by Ruddo. Huraclam does eventually set a pole time. What does Bobby set? It's not going to be pole for Bobby, it is an improved lap time, but only 200ths of a second faster than he went before. Huraclam 31.0 for Huraclam. He's nearly 7 tenths clear of the next car, which is Hill Climb Racer, on a 31.6. Hill Climb is setting a personal best first sector. Jaino, expect him to be in the mix as well in the number 13 3M car at the minute. 31.7 is his best effort, but he's got another 5 minutes to put something together. Ruddo, one of the guys that was properly in the mix last season at this race as well, a very, very capable driver. He's at 8 tenths off pole at the minute. I expect to see him though, thereabouts in the race. Bruce Lee Harding, so far one of the surprise packages of qualifying. 31.8 for Bruce Lee Harding. He's got a little bit of slipstream for this one as well, so we'll see what he can do. But super fast Bobby all the way down in P6 for the time being. With that 31.8, he must have lost a load of time in that third sector. Just about to come over the timing line. Super fast Bobby is purple. So if he can hook up this final sector, which will just ride on board with super fast Bobby. No, he backs out of that lap. He's backed out of that lap for some reason, so something must have been amiss. Huraclam's picked up a penalty, so that's not only going to ruin this lap, but it's going to ruin his next one as well. Ruddo, who's reduced the deficit, Ruddo's put a 31.3 on the board. That's the deficit to pole now, just 3.5 tenths. There's not a lot of time between those guys at all. Another 3 tenths back to Hill Climb Racer, who's not improved on his 31.6 from earlier. Bruce Lee Harding has just improved his time, 31.6 for him. So him and Hill Climb Racer, 31.688. Bruce Lee Harding and Hill Climb Racer have the exact same time, I think. Yeah, they do. So Hill Climb, by setting that time first, gets the P4, but Bruce Lee Harding down to the thousandths of a second. So that's the exact same time as Hill Climb Racer. Adam ID, 31.862 for him, so he's not far behind those guys at all. He's doing quite nicely. Rally Matt has improved his time, 31.9 for Rally Matt. Timmy, 31.9 for him as well. He's just behind it in P9. P-Gib, he's got to do something better now that he's a second behind. There's a second separating the top 10. Not a lot of time. It's a short lap here. Can P-Gib improve that 32.0? This looks better. and it's 31.6 for P-Gib, so that puts him from P10 all the way to P4, just ahead of Hill Climb Racer, so a good lap there for P-Gib. At the minute he's on that second row of the grid, that's roughly where you want to be. Heracron, does he improve his pole? No, he doesn't. Jano now holds P2, he is backing off this lap, he's going to go for probably one more flyer and get a little bit of slipstream through it. Ruddo has improved once more, 31.3 for Ruddo. He's got a penalty for this lap though, so he's not going to be improving this time round. P-Gib, who we've just seen, Hill Climb Racer, just starting another lap now, so this is going to be a last ditch hurrah for some of these drivers. We'll see if they can improve their times. Super Fast Bobby has ran wide out of turn 1. That is enough. If you get both wheels over the yellow sausage curb, that is usually enough for a penalty to be issued, and indeed a half-second penalty is gifted to Super Fast Bobby there. Merry Christmas. Have half a second penalty. Rally Matt, does he improve? No, he doesn't. Let's keep an eye. Heracron was purple sector 1. He's not purple sector 2. But we'll have a look at him anyway. JPH, well, that shows I don't know any practice, not far off though, considering. We'll check in with you in a mo, JPH. We'll check in with you in just a moment, mate. And we'll see what you're up to. Heracron looked like he got stuck behind the car there. So that might be his time ruined. He was, that was Ruddo he was stuck behind. It's not going to be an improved time for Ruddo. JPH, you run a 32.4. 1.5 seconds off pole, which sounds like a vast yawning chasm, but it's actually not a lot of time, to be fair. Then we got Saxo just ahead of you with 32.2, D Whitehouse 32.0 for him. Wace at the minute bringing up the rear, 32.5, so a second and a half separates the entire field. 14 cars in this one. Heracron's not bothering carrying on. Hill Climb Racer is going again. I think he will get time to finish this lap. Jano just on another lap at the minute, so the 10 minutes is gone. I think any drivers that are on a lap now, which is to be fair most of them, they'll all get another stab at it, so we'll keep an eye on the timing screen. P-Gib, what's he doing? Oh, he's not improving. Hill Climb Racer though is improving, so he's a driver. I mean, he's not into the second sector yet, so we'll have a look and see what this sector time is. He is improving, he's 2 temps down, so this is likely to be a low 31, but he really has to hook up this final sector. Swing the car out wide, give yourself as much angle into this final corner as possible. Don't run past the red and white curb, you'll get a penalty. A little bit late on the apex there for Hill Climb, that might cost him a little bit of time on the exit. Let's see if this is good enough for pole position. 31.2, so not good enough for pole. Doesn't in the end shave that much time off his best time, but it is still a very respectable lap. Jano at the minute holding P3, not going for another Ruddo, not going for another P-Gib isn't. Bruce Lee Harding's on another lap. Bruce and D Whitehouse are the only two really that are improving. So can Bruce Lee Harding improve on his 31.6? No, he can't, I'm afraid. Let's have a look at D Whitehouse. Where is he? He's there. He's not going to improve on his time. That's it then, JPH. We can start this one. Everyone has set their times. It's Heracron with a 31.0 sets the pole position time for this one. He'll get the advantage, but he will be giving the rest of the field a tow. So people like Hill Climb Racer, Jano and Ruddo can take advantage of that going up, especially up into what is technically turn 3 at the top of the hill. So we'll keep an eye on that at the start of the race. The driver's now just getting some practice in. I am really slow. Well, it's a 20-minute race. Just keep yourself clean and you never know. That'll be a cup of tea. Oh, it's too hot. Put that there. I'll tuck into that after that lap too. I'd love to say things have calmed down at that point, but they rarely have. Okay, so 20 minutes lie ahead of us here in the PMR Racing NxtGen Renault Megane Trophy. Everyone seems to get away well. It looked like Ruddo got a little bit of wheel spin off the start there. I wonder if that'll affect him coming up into turn one. Everyone looks to be getting through this one cleanly so far. No major incidents to report. A couple of cars running wide. But as it stands, it is Hirokawa leading the way at the top. We can see Ruddo making a move on Jaino in the background there, so that's Ruddo up to P3. Jaino might try and fight this one back though. Does everyone escape? That super fast Bobby going down the inside, and that is contact at turn 3. We might well go back and have a look and see what happened there. That's super fast Bobby up to P5. Adam ID, the new driver, up to P4. But it is Hirokawa, Ruddo and Hill Climb Racer making a break for it at the top. Adam ID leading the next pack, which has got Bruce Lee Harding, Timmy DJ, Superfast Bobby, P Gibb, P8. Everyone exit, we will have one restart as Saxo not moved off the line. So let me just quickly go back and have a look and see if I can find out what happened. I might get kicked off this replay, by the way. This might not work, but we'll see. Oh, Bobby daylighting $1 short there, mate, and he smashed Jaino one. Yeah, daylighting $1 short there on that breaking point, Bobby. Jesus, nailed him. It was Jay. It was Jay. Saxo had glitch again. I don't know what it is. Saxo always gets it. Well, you know what? That was a trouble-free start, that. You've jinxed it now, mate. Rip. Jaino's pretty chill. You've apologised, it's all good. You're going to have to set the grid manually now, though. So we've got a couple of minutes while the grid gets manually set by JPH. That was some clean. I love the irony. I wonder if I can save. Can you save? Is a replay to save? Oh, maybe. Reckon it can break a bit of light. JPH, you need to answer as well, mate, if you're setting this grid. Probably the worst display of my driving ever. Yeah, mate, it wasn't your best. It wasn't your best defining. No, actually, Bob, you know what I can mention is worst driving from you. Do you want me to go there? RNG Productions. I'm looking forward to the race. I had to skip the race. Fair enough. RNG, remind me who you are in the lobby. What's your PSN? Please don't go there. Don't you know when we met at Donington, Bob? Wasn't long after that. Was there a little bit of you that thought I'm just gonna bang you out there or something? Because I thought that on the way. I actually mentioned it to one of CRT lads, because they mentioned it to me when we were in car. They were like, "Oh, is Bob coming today?" I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Are you gonna end up knocking him out?" Because of what he did at Bathurst. P Gibbs going backwards. Let's have a look. You're going the right way. Oh, D Whitehouse is going the wrong way. There we go. This is not FIA approved. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough, Jack eats donuts. No worries, mate. Yeah, real life comes first. Always will, always has. you are always welcome, mate. Just jump in as and when you can. Right, so we're going to have a restart, so we'll have the same grid as a moment ago. And hopefully the drivers will make it the same sort of start as we had before as well, because that was a good start by everyone, apart from Bobby. If you knocked me out of the... Yeah, that's a good point, actually. You redeemed it. You redeemed yourself there. Yeah, we've got the week break coming up. Sorry, the Christmas break coming up. So, is it a 2-week break? Weirdly enough, I'm quite looking forward to the break. I think I need it at the minute. So, attempt number 2. That's lights out and away we go. Everyone seems to get away well. The car's stuck at the back of the grid yet again. I think this is Saxo. Saxo is stuck at the grid this time. We can't restart it another time, I don't think, so that's pretty much it. Hiracram does get away nicely. We've got Woodo still up to P4. We've got Pgim who's dropping backwards as well. It's down into P7, and unfortunately for Pgim, he's got Bobby behind him. We're going to keep an eye on you this time, Bobby. Please don't nail anyone. We've got Hill Climb Racer trying to get round Hiracram at the front. Bobby this time really tidy braking into turn 3, nice and easy. This time the top 3 aren't able to make an escape like they were before though. Hiracram's actually coming under a wall of pressure from Hill Climb Race, who's putting the moves on him. I'm trying to get round the outside at turn 4. Hill Climb has to brake early, goes for the cutback. Woodo up to P3, but it's getting a little bit of pressure from Jano. Bruce Lee Harding running 5th at the minute. Adam ID P6 for Adam, he just ahead of Timmy. Then we've got Bobby in P8, who hasn't knocked anyone out this time. Pgim's just gone backwards in this race, I'm afraid. He's P9 at the minute, he's ahead of Rally Matt. Then we've got Wace, who's made a good start up into P11. D Whitehouse P12. JPH looking to challenge D Whitehouse, and then Saxo is still on the grid. I can see him revving his car to try and get away, but unfortunately no such luck, and he will remain stuck there for the time being, I think. So drivers come on to start the next lap. Hiracram leads the way. They all try and go around Saxo's car. As you can see, him stuck on the grid there. It's sad for Saxo, because when he does get in the race, he's a good competitor. He's someone that we like to have in the racing. The top 3 though are starting to pull away a little bit. They've got a 7-tenth gap to Jano. Although the more they start to fight like this, the more it's going to bring just everyone else back into the fold a little bit. Woodo's entry into turn 3 was a little bit scruffy there. He's going to have to try and tidy that one up on exit. That has brought Jano into it. Bruce Lee Harding just ahead of Adam ID then. Adam's pulled away from Timmy a little bit. Timmy's coming under pressure from Bobby. Let's see if Bobby can make a move. He goes for it round the outside. He gets a little bit of understeer on the exit though, and Timmy's going to try and have him back on the outside. Bobby with the inside line for the next turn. Can probably keep that place. Although Timmy with a nice move around the outside. Little nudges of contact between the two, but it's respectful enough. Timmy, with some really good driving, holds P7. That's going to give Pgim the opportunity. Super fast Bobby though, spoke too soon. Bobby's trying to drive around the outside of him. P7 is where all the action is at the minute. We've got Pgim involved in that one as well. Timmy's just made a little bit of a mistake on the apex. That's going to let Pgim up the inside. But as we lead away into lap number 3, it's Hiracram leading away to Hill Climb Race, who's just ahead of Woodo. Then we've got Jano holding P4 at the minute, Bruce Lee Harding P5, Adam ID P6, Bobby P7 is going off road though, Timmy in P8, Pgim in 9th, Rally Matt in 10th, Wace in 11th, D Whitehouse in 12th, and JPH unfortunately bringing up the rear of the field in P13. So this is the view that JPH has got. Oh, we've got a car that's spinning around there. That was Rally Matt. We'll go back and have a look at that one and see what happened for Rally Matt. So, does he just get on the power a bit? Oh, he does it while he's on the curb. And Unfortunately, the garage floor tile company won't like to see that because their car face planted the wall, but he's managed to get it going again, and away he goes. It's still nice and tight at the top though. Hirocram's not having this one all his own way, is he? He's setting low 30, sorry, he's setting 31s for his lap time, but Hill Climb, Woodo, Jaino, all in that fight. Bruce Lee Harding's just a second and a half back from the race leader. Adam ID just 2 seconds back from the race leader. There's a 2.5 second gap between Bobby and Adam though, so these this top 6 fight that we're looking at from the 6th positions car of Adam, any one of these drivers really could be in the mix to win this race. We've got another 15 minutes to go. Adam looking up the inside of Bruce Lee Harding, backs out of that move though, gets a nice tidy exit. He might have a run on Bruce Lee Harding coming up to turn 3. Someone who might have a run on someone is Hill Climb Race, who's been eyeing up Hirocram. Hill Climb having to go to the outside. Hirocram's got a little bit of a penalty to get rid of. Nice and tidy on the apex though. No room at the end for Hill Climb Race around the outside for the time being. We've got some action happening down the back. What was that? That was Timmy involved in that. Oh, he did a Bobby. He did a Bobby, look. He just went straight on. Recovered it nicely though, Timmy. He did a good job to recover that, but unfortunately he's dropped a place to P. Gibb and a load of time to the cars ahead. A little bit further back, we've got Wace and D. Whitehouse having a nice little scrap for 10th position. Minute Wace is winning that one, but that again could be anyone's. No change at the top. Hirocram is still leading the way. He's pulled a little gap. 4 tenths is a little gap, but it's a gap nonetheless. Bruce Lee Harding and Adam, these guys, they've dropped back from that little fight really, so these two need to work together over the next couple of laps, unless they're just going to fall into the clutches of the cars behind them otherwise. See, they've dipped into the 32s now, whereas the guys up ahead are still doing the 31s, so because they're fighting, they're slowing each other down. So Adam and Bruce Lee Harding either get that settled or forget about fighting for the podium positions up ahead of you. Is anything happening at the top? No, we do have Rudder who's looking for a move on Hill Climb. Rudder with a nice move down the inside, gets that move made on Hill Climb. He's up to P2 now. Adam and Bruce still going at it. Timmy's made a move past P. Gibb. D. Whitehouse and Wace still having a fight. JPH is getting involved in that now as well. The Power Max Racing liveried car starting to get involved in the action here. As you can see, D. Whitehouse and Wace battling up ahead. Wace have to go exceptionally defensive on the inside. Gets it nice and tidy though, but does have to go a little bit deep. Gets a little bit on the gravel. That might give JPH the opportunity to just go around the outside. Turn 5 isn't necessarily an overtaking opportunity, but if you've got the overspeed you can make it happen. Does JPH hang him out to dry? Waste just keeps the position round the inside at the minute, and good little battle here for that 11th position spot. Let's go and have a little look at Ruddo's move if we've got it. So this is Ruddo and Hill Climb. It's a nice little bit of slipstream, nice and easy, just up the inside. Respectful racing from both of them, plenty of room given between them both. Ruddo holding down that P2 spot at the minute. Hill Climb in hot pursuit, Jaino in hot pursuit as well, so the top 4 separated by just 1 second. They lead Adam and Bruce Lee Harding by 4 seconds now. These guys, he's really hurting your times. Bobby's reeling you in at a rate of knots as well. Bobby's in the 32s, so settle it or you'll fall into these guys' clutches. And Timmy's on a charge as well. Timmy's on it today. Look at that move, he takes advantage of the ghost Bobby. That was some advantageous driving there by Timmy DJ, and he's going to be looking for a move on the plain liveried car coming up. I have spotted, by the way, that Hirocram has dropped down the order. I've replay buttoned it. We're going to go and have a look at this. Look at this, this is all going off up here. So it's Ruddo leading the race now. Hirocram P3, getting unceremoniously shunted out of the way by Hill Climb Racer. Jaino's looking up at the inside as well. Hirocram all of a sudden down in P4. What's happened to Hirocram? Oh, he went wide at turn 3. He made a mistake, I think. My replay camera doesn't go back far enough to actually see what happened, but it looked like he just went out wide, and that's cost him 3 positions. It is Woodrow leading the way at the halfway point of the race. He's just ahead of Hill Climb Racer, Jano and Heracram in a hot pursuit. So it's Timmy now ahead of Superfast Bobby. He did get that move pulled out. P. Gibb, who showed some good pace in practice. He is able to get into the 31s. He's just caught up in traffic at the minute. Jake Date's looking to put the moves on Wace here, coming up to turn 3. He's certainly going to have a look at the inside. Wace actually doesn't go too defensive on that one. Wace has got a penalty to serve. Jake Dates doesn't end up able to drive up the inside for the time being. Always getting very tasty between Woodrow and Hillclimb. That looked like a bit of a Daniel Ricciardo-esque move there by Hillclimb Racer on Hillclimb. Let's go back and have a quick look at that. So this is onboard Hillclimb Racer's car coming down to turn 4, so it's down on braking zone. Good for overtaking down here. Nice and late on the brakes. I don't know if Woodrow saw him. It wasn't. Yeah, I don't think Woodrow saw him, you know. But either way, it was a good move by Hillclimb, but Woodrow has got back past him. Hillclimb's going to try and hang it around the outside. Red Bull Ring, as always, delivering with the action. Heracram, meanwhile, in the background, is trying to hustle a move past Jano. He's actually not going for it. He's backed out well and truly out of that move. He's probably going to try and eye one up for the top of the hill. You can see the 2 cars ahead. That is Woodrow and Hillclimb Racer. They're fighting away. Hillclimb got about a run out of turn 1, so he's now up into P1. Heracram is looking for that P3 spot back from Jano. And Heracram back up to P3, Woodrow back up to P1. So it's all change at the top. Adam and Bruce Lee Harding have resolved the differences, I think, because they're back in the 31s now, and it means that they're able to pull away a little bit from Timmy. So Timmy, Bobby, P. Gibb, they're in a nice little fight for P7. But look at this. This is what we like to see. Sorry, I'm just drinking tea. Nice move by Heracram there. That's P2 for him. Championship leader. Hillclimb Race has been shuffled down the order somewhat. Down to, well, he was P4. He's managed to keep P3. So a nice move by Heracram. He'll be trying to put the moves on Woodrow now. So Woodrow's led this race for a couple of laps now. Certainly shown he's got the pace. This is not going to be an easy day out for Heracram at all. He's having to work really hard just to keep a podium position here. The guys, these top 4, really putting him under it. Adam ID as well, like, he's got some pace. If him and Bruce Harding weren't scrapping as much, these 2 would be in that fight as well. Timmy, Bobby and P. Gibb. P. Gibb will probably be a little bit frustrated in that cockpit. He knows what pace he's got here, but he's just not able to exploit it that well. Hillclimb's been shuffled out around the outside again. Can Jano get a move made on him? Let's just jump on board with Jano. The 3M car. So we're looking down for the top 3 now. He's too far back here. Overtake. That is going to give Hillclimb Race the opportunity. Heracram covers him off. Let's just jump on board Heracram and see what happened. I think he just got a little bit of aero wash. Just didn't. Yeah, his exit. Oh yeah, that was untidy. That's the untidiest I've ever seen Heracram. But he managed to maintain his P2 spot, but he has dropped a load of time to Woodrow, who's managing to escape away at the front now. So number 24 Geisen car making a break for it. He's got 7 tenths lead over Heracram. Hillclimb and Jano pretty close, so they're fighting over the last podium position at the minute. We've still got 6 minutes of this race remaining, so anything can happen yet. This is far from resolved, and as I remember saying last time we raced at Red Bull Ring, I don't think this is how they'll finish. If if I remember rightly, Rudder was leading the race for most of it, and then the last lap, Hiraquem got him. And if history's repeated here, I'll feel pretty bad for Rudder. Just turn these off a little bit. There we go. Oh, that's better. It's tidier. Back a little bit. That's P4. I've got Adam and Bruce Lee Harding still fighting as well. Tim is leading this fight with Bobby. These two have been pretty close all race as well. Bobby's not left him alone. P. Gibbs dropped back a little bit from that fight, but Bobby and Timmy have been racing nice and close the entire round. They can see this fight as well at front. They're 8 seconds behind it, which sounds like a lot of time, but you can still see these guys. You can still see this fight happening up ahead of you. We've got less than 5 minutes. We're 3/4 of the way through this race now. And as we start our 11th lap, it is Rudder leading the way just to Hiraquem. It's a very, very slim margin over Hill Climb Racer in P3. And you can see there Jano in the 3M car holding P4 down. So anything can happen between these lot. Just checking on the rest of them. Does Bobby go for this move on Timmy? No, he doesn't go for it in the end. The battle between Waste and D Whitehouse has well and truly resolved itself. D Whitehouse has just buggered off up the road. JPH is trying to get on top of Waste at the minute. Rally Matt's just trying to get back in the action after his accident here a couple of laps ago. So no change at the top, still pretty close. We do still have Rudder leading the race. Anything can happen with those top 4 guys at the minute. Adam and Bruce's little fight simmered down a little bit. P. Gibbs managed to catch up a little bit to super fast Bobby. Now the top 3 then is the end to the final corner for the 11th time. Bumper to bumper between Rudder, Hiraquem and Hill Climb Racer. Hiraquem's got a little bit of a penalty. Those do get burnt quite easily here at Red Bull Ring, so we won't have to worry too much about that. If he's still carrying it on the last lap though, that could be an issue. I reckon we've got another 2 laps. Oh, Hiraquem's exit's really untidy. Is Hill Climb Racer going to be able to punish him for that? Hiraquem just got, the back end just got loose on him there coming out of turn 1. Is Hill Climb going to be able to throw one up the inside? He's going to have a look. He's late on the brakes. Does he dare? Hiraquem gives him the space in fairness. And Hiraquem, who was punished for that poor exit, picks up a penalty as well to go with it. And he gets shuffled down to P3. Jack Synopsis in the room, he's the commentator for Lobby 2. So hello Jack if you're watching, but no doubt you're just coming to check out the action live. I'm just hoping it's not heartbreak for Rudder though. Hill Climb Racer's trying to make it round the outside. He's sold him a dummy, he's going to try and cut back then. Rudder coming under all sorts of pressure from the fast car behind him. And it's fast car by name and fast car by nature. Hill Climb Racer is hustling the hell out of that thing today. Hiraquem's trying to maximise his points, but he's carrying over a second's worth of penalties now. And we are going to be coming on to the last lap shortly. I think we may just get one more in after this. Let's have a look. Time remaining. Yeah, we're gonna have 2 more laps. We're gonna have enough to come across the line with a couple of seconds remaining. So these top 4 drivers separated by a 4. Hiraquem with an audacious move down the inside. That was absolutely beautiful. We've replayed that. We might go back and have a check on that. That was a beautiful move by Hiraquem up the inside, but he's got this penalty to worry about now. He's going to try and burn it here, I think, or try and at least get rid of some of it. Rudder tries to drive up the inside. Nice move by Rudder. That does shuffle Hiraquem back a little bit. He's managed to burn half of that penalty. But minute left of this race then, and literally nothing separates most of these drivers. We've got Jano now winning the race. Ruddo is a very close P2. We've got Hirocom trying to hang it round the outside of Ruddo. We've got Hill Climb Racer ready to pounce if any of these guys make a mistake. The top four literally inseparable. I would probably argue that this is better than the last race. This is better than last season's, in my opinion. This is I haven't got words for this. I think they'll get across the line to set another lap. I think they'll do it. So Hirocom's still got a bit of a penalty. Yeah, Hirocom's got to get rid of that. Oh, what a beautiful move by Ruddo down the inside though, that's wondrous. All he's got to do is stay ahead for one more lap. I think they'll get across in time to start another one, so Ruddo leads us into the 14th lap. Jaino is P3, so right, yeah, so the top four then, they're all going to go again. Adam ID finishes 5th in the end, Bruce Lee Harding P6, Timmy P7, P Gibb P8, Superfast Bobby P9, didn't know what happened to them in the end, D Whitehouse P10, Waste P11, JPH P12 and Rally Matt P13. But we need to keep an eye on this, ladies and gents, because Hirocom's out with that now. He's out to burn his penalty, so between Ruddo, Jano and Hill Climb Racer. Hirocom backed out. I think he thought it was done. I honestly think he thought it was done. Or, yeah, he knew he had to get rid of his penalty. Probably more realistic. Oh, Hill Climb Racer with a lovely move on Jano, but can Jano get him back on the cutback? Yeah, Hirocom did back out of it, but he had that penalty anyway, mate. I think he was kind of out of it. This is music, though. This is music to Ruddo's ears. Ruddo, after heartbreak last season at this very same track, is now just 2 corners away from victory at the Red Bull Ring. Hill Climb Race is going to try and put a stop to that. Jano's also... Is this Jano's first podium of the season? Which is almost a guarantee now. One more corner for Ruddo. Does Hill Climb Racer try and sling up the inside? Ruddo just with a great defensive drive. Superb race this at the Red Bull Ring. So it's Ruddo wins the race after all that stress. Hill Climb Racer P2, Jano P3 and Hirocom proving that he does bleed red. P4 off the podium. Right, let's just recover. Wow. Yeah, but it's human. He is human, JPH. Mate, that was a stunner. That was an absolutely stunning race. Quack, quack. I didn't see what happened to Bobby, so I'm afraid I don't know. But yeah, in the end, less than 3 tenths between Ruddo and Hill Climb. If Hirocom didn't have that penalty, that would have been a 4-car battle. On literally on the final corner. Yikes. But yeah, well done, Ruddo. Well done, mate. I know you were looking for redemption after last season. Sorry about the couple of fair enough. Yeeks. Right, so before I cut the stream off, because we're very close to the end of the stream now, we do have a 2-week break coming up. I think it is. I think we're back early January. So obviously NxtGen's taking their winter break. We'll be back for round 6 when we return. I want to say it's the first. Let me just check. One sec. Yeah, so we'll be back on the 7th of January. Prove once again I'm pants in a group battle. Yeah, well, this is the problem, P-Gib, I think. It's hard to overtake. It's hard to overtake anyway, especially when the 2 cars ahead of you are already battling. Can't believe I did that. What a plank. What did you do, Hirocom? Reverse. Oh, so that's going to be an absolute corker. Alright, Sirocco's about to start. That's why other guys were piling in. So I'm going to exit the lobby now. Thank you everyone for... In fact, I'll get out of the lobby because drivers will need to enter. Let's get out of here. So thanks for tuning in. If you're watching this on YouTube, leave it a like. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you're following me. I really do appreciate those who've pressed that follow button so far. That's it from the PMR Racing Renault Megane Trophy for 2020. We'll see you in 2021. Until then, wish you all a Merry Christmas and a happy and safe New Year. In terms of streaming, that's not it for 2020 for me. We'll be back live on Sunday. Back with the NxtGen guys and the N4 Cup. That's one of my favourite tracks, Spa. I'm really looking forward to that one. And then, yeah, that's it. That'll be it for a couple of weeks. I'll have a nice little Christmas break myself. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you all next time. Don't forget to get following the Twitch channel and the YouTube channel, and you get notified when every video comes up. Until then, take it easy, have a good Christmas, and I'll see you next year.